Bitcoin is a bank in cyberspace. Monetary energy, core of the earth. Doubles every year. Listen to my words. Selling doesn't hurt. Selling is absurd. It's like cutting off your wings, but you want to be a bird.
Back. Let's talk about a few stuff today. I want to give you a nice little introduction. Obviously, I don't do this quite often, but let me introduce myself again today, right? After 200 videos, let me introduce myself, right? My name is Sham. I make videos regarding crypto, the market analysis and everything. And also, if you actually see the videos every day, it's actually a vlog. So I'm actually kind of vlogging, right? That's what I'm doing. So kind of, you can call it a vlogger. So I make videos every day talking about crypto, talking about stuff that you want to know, right? The channel's not about me, the channel's about you. There's been many videos where I have actually talked about how, you know, my personal stuff and personal experiences, and this is all part of the vlogging as well, right? So I just wanted to get that out of the way. I'm more of an educator, not much of an entertainer. Trust me, I'm not good at jokes, but I'll do my best, right? I try my best. I was kind of a very serious guy, but I was talking about something yesterday and a brother mentioned, is like, bro, this seems to be very personal. It is, everything's personal. Every video I make is very personal to me, right? This is one of the reasons why I do charts and I leave it on YouTube. The personal reason to that is, you know, when I'm making predictions and this and that, sometimes people will come back and say, well, you never said that, or you know, something like that, right? Whatever I've said is on the video. So that's kind of a personal evidence I've left there as targets and, you know, predictions and whatnot, right? So, you know, it's a way of just kind of confirming that this is what this guy said, right? You can go back to any video and you can see that we've said these kind of things. So when I'm relating, that's what I'm doing. And also talking about every day is technically I'm vlogging. So sometimes I might just drop something that I'm doing without a video, right? Without a chart. We might not talk about crypto one day. We might just talk about something else. You know, I might just do some sort of an interview or something, or I might just decide to film. I mean, if I have permission, I might decide to film one of the talks that we do. Because sometimes what I do meetup groups and this and that. I meet up with a whole bunch of people and try and educate them about crypto, you know, and talk to them and tell them more about Bitcoin. Basically, all I'm doing is Bitcoin. I'm just promoting Bitcoin. That's all I do, right? I promote Bitcoin all the way all the way through. And I do that, and you're more than welcome to, like, you know, if I know you, then I don't go for random people, obviously. Yeah. If it's organized, I'm more than welcome. You're more than welcome to invite me. I'll come along. If you've got a group of people, like 10 plus, I'll come and talk to you. That's not an issue, right? We talk about Bitcoin, we talk about crypto, we talk about the entire market. I'm doing one next week. Next Monday, I'm actually doing one with a bunch of friends, basically. I think there's 10-15 people I'm doing it with. And we're even going to be going to the extent where I'm even going to be doing a live trade on a friend's account, just to kind of show the other people. And this is a group that's more interested in trading. So it's not just buying and hodling. They want to trade. So I'm going to do some live examples, show them how to trade and this and that. And yeah, this is what I do, right? You know, you've already probably noticed from yesterday's video or the day before's video that I do go and advise on projects as well. You know, it doesn't matter what kind of a project, businesses and this and that, I'll advise. That's not an issue. I'll consult. That's not an issue. This is the kind of stuff I do. And as I said, all the videos are personal technically, right? You know, for me, even talking here is personal. So enough of all of that, right? Enough of the intro. Let's go into the market today. Like, so, you know, in the last few days, few weeks, I've been telling everybody how the market trend, the greater trend line, is literally continuously showing us how the market is still trending down, right? And we've got a smaller trend line coming upwards, right, trying to bring the market back up. So far, what I've seen is that we have broken. There was a W breakout that we wanted to do. We've did that breakout. Now that we've did that breakout, I'm going to show you in the chart just after this segment. I'll show you on the charts what the new targets would be, because you see, the thing is we use multiple data. When we're doing predictions, we're doing multiple data. We don't just rely on one single data. So you may have noticed yesterday, the day before, I was using the upward trend line as your buy order trend line. So I said, use the trend line as your buy order section. But sometimes we actually don't use those, right? So it's kind of subjective, right? But we'll always get it on the dot, right? So what we're going to do now is we're going to change the for some of the coins, right? And in fact, there's a whole list of coins somebody mentioned under a video yesterday. I'm going to mention all of those coins, so I'm going to do all of them today. Yeah, I've got your GRT in there as well, so don't worry. Okay, I know the person messaged me later and says, can you do a GRT? I said, yeah, I'll do a GRT as well, no worries, right? So I'm going to do a GRT as well. So the thing is so these trend lines, the way they work, right? So there's a strategy always in play, and you've got to be able to notice these things. So sometimes we play on the trend line, and sometimes we don't play on the trend line. We will go and play on the Fibonacci lines or on support and resistance lines, right? So every one of these is an action point, right? Where we can take an action. We can either sell or we can either buy, right? And I'll show you that in the chart. But other than that, see, there's one thing I've noticed, and this is the thing that really, really concerns me. Market cap hovering around the 1.5, 1.6, 1.7. It's nowhere near the 1.85 trillion. Remember that. That's the biggest problem we've got. Well, actually, bigger than that is the volume. I've noticed in the past few days, and this is in a weekday, this is where all the action happens. A lot of volume has been dropping off the cliff, literally dropping off the cliff for Bitcoin and Ethereum. And that's worrying, right? And I'll show you that in the chart as well. You'll see something. I'll show you that how the RSI is obviously moving upwards, which is good, but the volumes are actually down. That's worrying. That's worrying. So this is one of the reasons why the greater trend line is actually still in play, right? We might have to adjust it, but it's actually still in play. So these breakouts, W breakouts, upward trend line, everything, they are there as a short-term thingy, but they're not out, they don't really confirm the thing. This is what I said about Bitcoin. I said Bitcoin has to go to 47, right? In order for it to confirm that we're moving back up again. It's a critical level. That's a critical level we need to go above. I know brother messaged just about 20 minutes ago, brother messaged something and he said, some people are talking about the 39K, some people are still talking about the 20K. What's happening, right? Psychologically changes your thing, but if you're in complete control, then you don't worry. I want to say something else, and I'm going to shock you, right? Because any one of you who have watched my videos very recently, right, I should say, past, 5-6 videos, probably even more, there's a funny thing I've actually constantly said, but nobody's clicked on. So I'm going to say this, and I want to see if anyone actually gathered what I said. Do you remember every video I've always said, the ones that I was talking about, how the 20K is still in play, how the 19K is still in play, how the 17K is still in play? Did you ever hear me say I'm going to go all in at that price? I didn't. When did I say I'm going to go all in? I said I'm going to go all in when it's at 47. I never ever said I'm going to go all in at 20K. That's a bit stupid, right? Well, hold on. Why would it? The guy says 20K is still in play, and why the hell isn't the guy is not going to enter all in at 20K? If we go to 20K, then we have a bigger chance of going lower. So why would I even enter? I want to play the momentum. I've explained that to you before. I want to play the momentum. I want to be with the market, not against it, right? And I'm a bullish guy, so I want it to move upwards. So I want to play it upwards. So what I'm trying to say here is, when I see full confidence in the market at the 47K, I want to climb it up to 100K. I don't want to, go and buy the dip at 20K and then let the market go down even further and then probably buy some more dip and this and that. That's not when I will go all in, because if I go all in and it dips even further, well, guess what? I'm out of cash. I can't buy anymore. But when the market's moving upwards, well, guess what? I can monetize on that. Again, about 15 minutes ago, approximately 15 minutes ago, I sent a message to someone regarding he wanted to know something about BNB, and I've also got the BNB chart coming for you, by the way, right? So someone mentioned something about BNB. Did we just do this and this and that? I said, yeah. And I gave him a strategy, right? I gave him a simple strategy. I said, look, BNB has just done the breakout. We are going to go and hit the $475 BNB, We're going to hit that. We're going to face rejection exactly at that point. We're going to come back down and we're going to bounce on the 454. So of course it's only a $20 margin, right? $20. But I said to him, sell the top, buy the bottom. At that very moment, you accumulate more. Even if it's $20 worth, but if you do it over thousands of dollars or thousands of pounds, it's a lot of BNB you're getting for yourself. Do you know what I mean? So that's the thing a lot of people don't understand. When the momentum is going a particular direction, you can monetize on it because nothing goes straight up, right? Nothing goes straight up. So you go up, play the candle, buy the dip again, play the candle, because we're going to constantly, every candle, I mean, unless we're parabolic, it's a different story, right? But on an hourly, 4 hourly, every candle will have an opposite. So every action will have a opposite reaction to it, right? So if we're moving up, we are going to have a candle that brings us down again. You know, we can have 5, 6 candles going up, then we might have 4 or 5 candles going down. We monetize on that, right? If that makes any sense to you, we monetize on that, right? And it doesn't matter whether you're trading. I mean, if you're trading, obviously you're going to make a lot more, and I don't promote that. You know, you all know this. I don't promote trading because trading is very dangerous. You can lose a lot of money, right? And your risk tolerance has to be very high. But spot buy, you can spot buy and sell and actually accumulate a ton more if you want. Simple, easy, right? By just using that method. And it's all about controlling your emotion. Your emotion has to be spot on. That's where I'm selling, that's where I'm buying. You have your sell order and your buy order put on at the exact same sign. So that BNB one I told you, put your sell order at 475, have your buy order at 454, and you'll see sometimes within 10 minutes you sell the top, buy the bottom, boom, you're back up again. You can actually use that one candle, a 15-minute candle if you want, to actually move back up again. You know, it's not risky at all. Trust me, it's something you can do. But emotion, obviously, emotion is the key, right? You know, discipline, emotion. There's another thing that we do sometimes. I don't talk about it that often because that one's risky. All right, that one's risky. You go in and you put a sell order for 50%, right? And then you use the 50% to buy back the bottom, right? The reason it's a little bit risky, you know, when you buy the bottom, you're putting it at a ridiculous price. The problem with that one is half the time, if the market's going up, then you're not going to really get anything. If the market's going down, then of course you're going to get more of equivalent of whatever, but the other half that you're holding will also dip down as well. But it's not bad. It's a good accumulation phase, right? The way you accumulate is really, you know, it's up to you how you do it. So that's what the market's doing right now. Remember, we need the $1.85 trillion market cap. I don't care about the scam coins. I know there's loads coming out. Even today, probably another 10, 15 came out. So many, you know what I say? Everything apart from Bitcoin is a scam coin, full stop, right? So there's so many more coming out. They're kind of capturing the market cap. A lot of institutions are pumping stuff. Institutions are also launching their own scam coins because they realize that they can make money. They can make more BTC. They can make more Ethereum. You know, it's all about the market momentum, moment. You know, move something, show someone 100x gains. Let me explain something to you. If something's done 100x, it's already late. Why the hell do you want to jump onto it? Doesn't make any sense, right? If something's dumped 100%, right, or 100x, and then climb back up 50x, I'll buy that. But if something's done 100x, I ain't touching that. What's wrong with you? You know, what's wrong with you? I ain't touching that. You know, so you know, just emotion, control your emotion, you know, avoid the pumps. That's what I'm going to say, avoid the pumps, right? So I'm not going to waste any of your time. I'm going to go straight into the chart just after this. I'm very close to my destination. I'll park up and I'll do the charts for you so you guys could get the chart information and see what's going on and hopefully benefit from it, right? That's the most important thing. But try and understand the trend lines, try and understand the data points, right? So remember, the more data we have, the stronger the data is, right? The more confirmation it has. The less amount of data is weak, it's not strong at all, right? and I'll show you a little bit more of advanced analysis that we are doing in order to understand what's going on, and I'll show you exactly why I'm not happy with the BTC or even the total market cap. I'll show you something. You're going to freak out. You're going to be like, hold on, what's going on? You'll understand, right, that there's a bigger game playing, because we know billions of dollars have entered exchanges, but we also know that billions of dollars of crypto hasn't been taken out, right? So when you got $1 billion going in, you're going to see $1 billion worth of a buy. We haven't seen that. We haven't seen that. So, you know, that's what kind of worries us, right? You know, we want to see the volume. We want to see the volume in the exchanges, right? Volume going in the exchanges and volume also leaving exchanges, right? It's very, very important that we see, you know, confirmation. We see, you know, equilibrium, right? Equilibrium, right? You can't have, you know, imbalance. You have to have a balance. Money goes in, something needs to come out. Very simple. You go into a shop, right? You go and you can't just go and, you know, pick up a drink or something like this and walk out. There's no balance, right? You walk into the shop, you pick up a drink, you pay for that drink, and then you walk out. That's the balance we're looking for. Those are the equilibrium we look for, right? You know, so everything continues, the momentum continues, the business carries on. Do you know what I mean? If everyone goes to a shop and nicks a can of Coke, right? Sadly, the shop's going to go bankrupt. But everybody goes to the shop and pays for the can of Coke, the shop can restock and rebuy, continue. That makes any sense, right? Trying to do it in a layman's term for you, right? Just to make you understand. Imagine the exchanges are all superstores, right? Where they sell all sorts of, you know, commodity products, right? They sell products. You've gone in there and you buy. But right now, you haven't bought anything, but you've given the money in advance. That's a problem. So what are they buying? What are they planning? When are they going to do it? What's going to happen? Those are what we're looking for. So, you know, we'll get to the bottom of it. Don't worry. We'll sort it out. We're going to predict it and we're going to do it. We're going to do it better. We're going to stay 2 steps ahead by keeping calm. You know, don't FOMO, don't FUD, chill out, relax, keep an eye on the charts, keep an eye on the market data, the market cap. We're looking at bigger data, bigger pictures, and we can actually see what the trend is. So I'm going to go into the video now. I'm going to cut it and I'll see you later. All right, lovely people. Let's start on this. This seems to be more of an emergency video than anything else, right? Let me just try and explain a few things to you, right? Guys, what you got to understand is, obviously you're looking at these daily candles, we're looking at these 7-day candles, right? We're looking at multiple different stuff. You got to look at this volume here and see what's going on. Also look at this particular volume here. This is the entire market cap. Look, we're hovering around the 1.7, but this is the entire market cap volume. There's just not volume. There's just not, you know, the volume's just disappeared. The volume's just not there. There's not enough action. So all of these you're looking at, you're like, oh, this is up that much, that is up that much. Look at the bigger pictures. Look at we climbed up all the way up to here. We're still 30% down on Polkadot, right? When you look at something like BTC, we're still 34% down. We're still 12% down. We're still 30%. So compared to the monthly, because what we do, we look at this, and this is what we would use for our trading. This is what we'd also use for our trading. But when we're looking at the data here, we're looking at how much. We don't need to do year to date. That's a different story. That's just an analysis point of view. Like, okay, we can compare. But when you look at this, we're down from last month. We're still down 30%. So this is a 30% discount that somebody would look at. So let's go into some of these coins, right? And I'm going to talk about BTC in a little bit more depth, right? So you can understand. So somebody requested a whole bunch of coins. So I'm going to talk about them, right? So he requested Burger. Now, Burger, I couldn't find enough data on the daily. So I had to literally put it on a hourly to see what's going on, right? And again, you can see this mini trend, right? This mini trend out here. And it's the same thing. All of them are facing almost pretty much the same things. For this particular coin, what we're looking at is this particular zone here. So we have to go to $10. So currently sitting at $6.50. We have to literally go to $10 in order for it to basically confirm this particular neckline here and then continue on a breakup, right? So the pattern we should be looking at for Burger. So right now, it would be a good buy. We need to see this, right? But here, this would be our point where we need to basically go above. This is the price that we need to go above. So if that kind of makes sense to you, right? So some of these coins, they are, they're okay, they're good. Like most of the coins, listen, everything is on discount right now, apart from the new scam coins that have come out. And how many more come out? How many we got now? Let's have a look. We've got 10,233. So yeah, more scam coins. Apart from these scam coins, the new ones coming out who are literally draining the volume. These ones here, they're old, they're fine. This actually, the structure is very good, by the way. The market structure says this is a good coin. It's going to have a nice little success and it's got good potential. And if we are going to do just from here to where we are right now, just here basically we can see that we're pretty much coming into the zone. And again, this is slightly above the golden pocket. As you can see, this is just slightly above the golden pocket. We need to enter this particular zone in order for it to basically confirm that this is a bullish trend and this is how we're going to move up, right? Okay, let's move to the next one. Nano, same story. Listen, every structure you're going to see is the same thing. Everything has been finding resistance around here. But with Nano, as you can see, it's got a long way. The break point for us to confirm that it wants to move back up again would be this specific candle, which is at $9.36. If we can break above this one particular number, then we're going to go into this. And I'll talk a little bit more about trend lines, how things change, right? So I've spoken about in the last segment. I'll do it in this one in a second, right? So as you can see here, these are the targets. If we do have a breakout, we're going up. So I'm not doing any bottom figures right now. Continues on the trend line. These are the supports we need to hold. Worst case scenario, we might, if we do, and this is what I'm saying, if we have what's known as a dead cat bounce or a false flag, right, a false breakout, we could easily come plummeting down and coming back to these zones. So this is where you have to be really careful. If you haven't bought these dips, then, and if you've bought it, just hold on. Don't worry too much about it. But we need to break these resistance. Remember, everything is a resistance. Right now, when the market is down, on the way up, every line is your enemy, right? So we need to battle them and we need to go. So this particular one, we're looking at approximately this price here. As you can see, this 929 or whatever you want to call it, that's the one that we're going to be basically targeting. Right, let's go to the next one quickly, super fast. Right, Ren BTC, again, I couldn't find enough data on the hourly. The structure looked disgusting, right? Even on the 4 hourly, this is a bad structure. This is not a good structure at all. So even though it looks like a slight breakout, it's going to be holding on to this particular line. So it's still got a lot more to go, in my opinion. We're not still there. So this, as much as it looks bullish, it's not. I'll be very careful about this one. But if you're buying and just kind of projecting and saying, like, I'm going to buy it and I'm going to hold it for the next few weeks to a few months, that's fine. It's a good buy zone, but it's not a good trade or anything like that. And even this neckline here it's not that significant. Look at this. I mean, you can just see it here with all the resistance zones. It's going to be a tough one for this one to go up. And technically, this is a technical point of view, this would be the neckline of this particular one. So even though short term, this is a W, but longer term, right, longer term, as you can see, longer term, this is the W, right? This is where we need to go above. So all of these things you're looking at, they're not the ones, right? Longer term, we need to go above this. We need to get above this particular one candle here. So it's a similar thing I did the other day. I showed you. Sometimes, when you're looking at it, you got to look at a bigger picture and find that one. So even though this is the neckline, this is the candle we need to beat. This is the resistance that we're facing. This is where we need to go above. And coincidentally, this is exactly where this is, right? So kind of makes sense to you, hopefully. Reef. Same again, very, very bad structure. I don't see a good structure here. I couldn't find any candles to put a trend line on yet. So the greater trend line is actually still in play, right? Again, if you're buying to hold, you're getting discounts. Other than that, this trend line doesn't work because I've tried to put it on multiple places. It just doesn't work. I don't have enough points to put it on. So I've just temporarily put it here just to kind of show you that it's too close to this line. We're probably going to break down below a little bit more. Again, holding this support is quite good. So twice we've held that support. I know people like to call it a double bottom. We might have a triple bottom, right? So let's just leave it there. But if you're buying and holding, then you should be fine again, right? Let's go to DOT. Someone mentioned DOT. DOT has good data, and DOT has already broken out of the channel, which is very good. Also, if you look carefully, we have an ascending triangle, which is very good. We are planning to move back up. Everything on DOT is saying that we are going to have this. And so far, as you can see, the neckline is here. And if you look carefully, I'll enhance the colors for you as well. You can see this is exactly where the resistance is. We're very close to the resistance line. I think if not today, maybe tomorrow, we give it like 24 hours. right? If as long as the market stays bullish, 24 hours, DOT should smash through this. If DOT does, then the next target would be here, right? And we might see a little bit of a rejection here, but this, as long as we can close a candle above this line, well, guess what? You don't sell, because this is it. This would move up. The next one would be up to here, right? So you can actually hold onto DOT and you can do all right, right? So this one, another brother messaged me and said he bought some DOT and this and that. Bro, we're too close to this. We are going to smash through this. When we smash through this, we're going to be finding a little bit of resistance here. However, this is also too close to this particular area, which says that this could easily smash through and make another new high basically around here. If we do have that, then you want to be selling on top of that candle, not around here right now, because right now the market's going to move up. It's going to do its thing. Okay, somebody mentioned Matic. Matic again, disgusting, right? We don't see the trend being broken, right? Instead, what's happened is now you see this greater trend line, right, that we formed, and this shorter trend line is actually broken below it. So it's now hovering and finding support on this Fibonacci 0.5 level. It looks like it has already dumped down. If it goes any below and it closes a candle below this, then, you know, it's not really good, right? This is where you got to really understand what's going on. So it's currently just hovering. You can see this on a 4-hourly. You can see this on an hourly. It's really struggling, okay? It's really struggling. So it's finding support here, which is fine, but it's really struggling on this line. So this is the trend line it's following. So it's on a downward trend line anyway, just to cut the story short. All right, we've got Link. Link is another different beast, right? Link is showing something completely different here as well, right? And I'm going to get to the volume and everything in a bit so you'll understand. So Link has given me two slight patterns, and both patterns are showing upward trend lines. So we've got two upward momentum, very good. The market seems to be moving up. Also, the greater trend line has been broken, and right now we're on the Fibonacci 786, which means we've crossed over our golden zone, and we're just coming out of that, which means we are going up. So this is telling me that right now we need to close the candle here, and the next candle would easily shoot us to this $37. And if we do, then we fall back into the larger time frame. So remember, we have multiple trend lines, so we have a larger trend line here. And if we get back into this channel, then the market just is going to shoot it up to wherever it wants to go. I mean, I know a lot of people come up with crazy numbers for Link, but keep it modest. We'll get there one day. Right. Excuse me 1 second. Yeah, sorry, decline that. We don't need any of that nonsense. There we go, we declined that. Where were we? Right, Link. Right, so we just did Link. Let's move on to XLM, right? XLM, beautiful structure. We're not even looking for the because the trend itself, as you can see, the downwards pattern we had, the dump we had, that dump is over. The problem with XLM is it is a very volatile coin, right? And as you can see, it does sharp movements. It goes up, down sharp, it goes down sharp, up sharp, down sharp. So because of that, there's no point putting a downward trend line. It's already broken that, and it's actually on an upward channel, which is very good. And so far, we can see that we are very close. And this is on an hourly. Let me put on a 4-hourly for you just to show you. You can see we're very close to hit this, and this is where we're going to find resistance. So we might get a little rejection here, but not a problem. If we break above this particular line and we go to the 47 cents, then trust me, we're going to go and shoot this, and we're going to try and attempt and break that one. And if we do, then we're done, right? And actually, on top of this, you can see the actual trend line itself. I'm sorry, the neckline itself is actually sitting at the 47 cents. So yeah, I mean, as soon as we break this is too close, it will break it. So far, it's doing very good. It's doing higher highs compared to these. It's doing fantastic. Higher lows, very good. So XLM is going to do a breakout. It could be today, could be tomorrow, but let's have a look and see what happens. But remember, we have a massive resistance here that we need to break. If we do, then we've got a small resistance here, which is nothing. We can do that. Right. Next one, brother mentioned, which was it? He mentioned, okay, so somebody mentioned GRT on the comment as well. So GRT, as you can see, there's two specific downward trend lines. So I've got a greater trend line and I've got a smaller trend line, the recent trend line here, right? The data is not great. I'll be honest with you, the data is not great. As you can see, we're still way below these trend lines. So these shorter trend lines still need to get into the zone. This would be a buy opportunity, definitely a great buy opportunity. But if you're trading or anything like this, just be aware that we haven't hit those things. As you can see, these trend lines, you know, we haven't hit these. We need to break these two lines in order for us to even go and attempt it here. So the neckline for this particular one would be actually the Fibonacci 0.5, which is down here. So until we go up to here, there's no point. I'm not even going to bother with this candle. This candle, technically, you can say as well, as you see on the trend line, all right, you can see this candle is again the dirty one that we need to beat. So we will have to, just for us to change momentum on this and become more bullish again, we need to go above the $1.26 in order for us to do this. So if that makes any sense to you. Next one, let's do BNB. So BNB, this is an old chart. I haven't modified anything. It's the exact same chart that we did the other day. Where was it? When did we do it? Let's look at this. This was done, all right, around these prices here. So wow, this is a very old BNB thingy. Right, let's change that. Let's put it down here for you, and let's also change this because it is a very old chart, right? So even on the old chart, we actually smashed the golden pocket, which is fine. There's not an issue. So today, technically, you're looking at this. You can see we broke above the neckline. We're heading up. We're going to hit the 450, right? So we've got to break above the 450, and then this is very small. We might enter the if we enter the golden zone, then we're looking at a 520 something dollar thing. Okay, so this is a BNB, very old chart, right? I'm just gonna leave this old chart. This chart, if I'm correct, was done when we were somewhere around here, right? And this one, I wanna show you something different here. So this is really good actually to show you. So this is an old chart that we haven't actually changed or anything. We're not changing the data points. If we do change the data points, the new data points would be from here to here, right? So we've got a brand new data point. We're not gonna use any new data points. We're gonna use the old data point. According to the old data points, you can see we've entered the golden zone. We smashed through the golden points, right, in last 4 hourly. Let's have a look at on the hourly. You can see we've got plenty of data, right, constantly, you know, very bullish, moving up. Also, we actually just entered the resistance line. We've got slight rejection here, as you can see, and I think if the market continues to be bullish, we should be above this. Once we do, we're going to shoot straight up here, right? And this is where you see the $4. So sorry, my bad. So $454 is here. What did I show you before? Yeah. So we're going to break up this. We're going to do the 457. This is where I was saying the rejection I was looking at, right? So currently showing slightly different on the hourly. I think I was on the 4 hourly. Where is it? Let's have a look. It should be 475. Yeah, this is the one. So it was on the 4 hourly, basically, it was showing the 475, right? So this is where we might see. So if we come up to this level, we might get a rejection. If we do, we're going to come and bounce back here. And this is what I want to show you. Once we do a breakout, right, there's a pattern we follow. We either go up here and we smash through. And if we do, then we will get rejected and bounce back here to confirm this. If we don't, then we'll bounce back here and confirm this. So you can put two different buy orders, one at 407 and more at 454. And this is what the pattern will play. So right now, shorter term, this is how we're going to play it. We're going to go like this. Sorry, not like this. We're going to go like this. And we're going to come back down here, confirm this. So this is, we're confirming that we're not going below this. And we're going to sometime come back down here. And then we're going to break above this. We're going to do this, confirm this, and then move back up again, right? And once we do that, then we're going here and we confirm this and we do that. That's the pattern we play, and that's how we trade. And we follow the momentum of the market, and we monetize on it, and we make more. Let's move on to Ethereum. Right, Ethereum, as you can see, holding tight, no problem. Hasn't broken its neckline, current recent neckline. If it does, we're going to smash through. But we are looking at a very small resistance here. And this is on a 4 hourly chart as well. Small resistance at 2,900. If we do, then we're going straight into this zone. If we do, then I don't see any problem. As if you look carefully, there's really no resistance here for us to do this massive break that we want to do. And if we do, we're going to go like this, and my friends, we're going to go straight here, right? That's what we're looking at. So I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not going to give you any numbers on here. I'll let you watch the video, and you can see what I'm predicting here. Right, let's go straight to the BLX chart and see what's going on. So on the BLX chart, As you can see, this 39, 40K, this 40K, right, is become our biggest resistance right now. We need to go above this in order to confirm and move up and hold on, where is it? There's the log chart, right? Confirm and get over the 50%. We need to get above the 50% line. If we do get above the 50% line, we're laughing, right? And coincidentally, remember I told you the 50% line is actually also the the 40,000 is actually also the 200-day moving average, which is constantly changing. And as you can see now, the 200-day moving average is slightly higher than it was before. So every day that we continue going up, we will be creating a new 200-day moving average, higher highs basically. So this is what it is. So we're going to look at that, right? I wanted to show you some stuff. What was this? This is BTC, right? Let's do some BTC stuff here. Let's move this away from here. This is BTC on a daily, right? So again, on a daily, as you can see, just the same thing. The biggest resistance that we've got is actually around this 200 day. So we'll leave it there. Let's go to another thing I wanted to show you. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you. This is a very important chart I wanted to show you. And I'm going to take all of this nonsense off. We don't need any of this, right? I just want to show you something. So remember, it's the same chart that we did the other day. We did some price predictions and we said where we want to buy and where we want to sell, right? And this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing market trending slightly up, but I'm seeing volume going down. Do you understand what I'm trying to say here? So I see volume, right, having this direction, so complete divergence, right? It doesn't want to give confluence. It's not saying us, oh, we're going up, so we're going up, right? Here we can see it moved up a little bit, it looked up, so that's bullish. This is not bullish. This is why the 20K is still on the charts. The 20K is still in play, that you need to understand, right? Now, if we change the time frame a little bit, you can see that ultimately everything looks good. On the shorter time frames, we are seeing these bullish actions, right, which is good, right? That's what we want to see. We want to see the volume profile looking like this, right, which is good. And you know, this is where the action is. But when you look at the greater picture, bigger time frame, the more data, sadly, it's not happening, right? It's not happening, and this is what worries me. But anyway, I'll tell you what's going to happen right now. Okay, so we're on the hourly. Let's do it on the hourly. It's going to be easier. So on the hourly, as you can see, we broke through the mini resistance, right? But what you have to understand, sometimes you got to look back. You got to look left, right? And what we see here is we've got a resistance point here at 38K. We've got another. The top of the resistance would be the where is it? 38.4. So as you can see, these are different lines that we're putting on. So we've got resistance here. Now, what we want to do, the pattern we want to play on an hourly, we want to go and we want to test these lines. We want to break these lines, right? We want to break these lines up to here, right? So up to this particular level here, this 39, which can be changed slightly. I can even say it's 40. So let's just move it up a little bit. 1 second. Sorry, that noise, ignore it. It's just something beeping. So this particular line here, which is at 40,126, right? So what we're going to do, if we are going to be continuing to be bullish, we need to break above these, confirm these lines, right? We need to follow this pattern, break this line, and we might face the biggest rejection here. If we do, we want to hold this line, put a buy order here, we want to put a buy order here, and last of all, buy order here. So what's happened now is because we've broken above the Fibonacci line, this trend line is not as relevant. Only if we break this Fibonacci line, then this becomes relevant. So if you are going to put two different buy orders, and I'll change the colors to show you. So one of the buy order should be here, right? So this would be your buy order. 36,593 would be one of your buy orders, and I'll change the color just so you understand what it is. So I'll put it on a yellow line. And then the second buy order would be exactly on this Fibonacci line, right? So that's how you're going to be basically, if you want to pick up a dip, because those are the support lines that we've got where we will go up. So basically you can see it on the SRC as well, the two support lines, right? So those are the prices we are targeting, and this is where we will be rejected. So first rejection points we've got, but right now, as I said, we are so close to this particular area, this zone here. We are literally about to enter. We might even do it tonight. Let's zoom in. If we enter this zone, just break through this zone, and actually it's not really much of a deal from what I'm seeing. So let me have a look. Hold on. What I'm seeing, it's only 1%. You know what? 1.5%, nothing. We can smash right through this. We can smash right through this. If we smash right through this, then as I said, the only rejection we are going to be facing is down here. And once we go above this rejection, we get above this line here, and even this line is changed now, right? So you see how it's changing. So this line is changed to almost close to 42 now, 41,797. So let's just call it that. But this is a good entry point. This is a good entry point. From that entry point, we can basically climb the market up, and this is where the market changes, right? So let's have a look at a larger time frame to show you what I mean, how the market changes. This is where we enter and we come in, and now we're going all the way back up. This is going to be your V-shaped recovery, if you want to call it, or whatever you want to call it. So the pattern, obviously we're doing W. This is a W, as you can see, right? This is a W. And then this should take us all the way up. But we've got loads of traffic just before that. But I hope you understand the volume, right? So when we're looking at the volume, as you can see, this is on a 4-hourly. All the volume has been going like this. This is what's worrying. Also, you can see the confirmation here as well. When you look at it, the volume, 33 billion, 26 billion, you know, this is ridiculous. Also, if you look at this here, 100, that's nothing. I mean, we used to have a market cap the size of 100 million once upon a time, you know? I mean, we used to have like close to like 100 billion inside BTC, you know? Looking at this, and every day it's been dropping. This is what's been concerning. But I think there's the rebound, what the institutions are doing. So this is my feeling, that what I'm feeling. This is not a data or anything like this. What kind of data? All the money that's been going into exchanges, I think they're getting ready to buy one more dip, right? And this is what I'm thinking, that we might actually see one more dip, right? Which could bring us to this 28K. We might actually see one more dip that they're planning, if they are. 28K is the thing. So as I said, you know, 20K is still on the line, but this, if they do something, then what we're looking at is this pattern here, right? This pattern here. This is the pattern we're looking at. And you know what this is? This is like an M pattern, right? They're going to flip the W into an M pattern. I think we're going to do this, and this will be your double bottom if we do get it, right? I think that's what they're planning. If not, if they can't control it, then guess what? We're going straight up, because if they can't control it, then what we're going to do is we're going to go like this and shoot straight up. All right, so I'm bullish. As I said, I'm bullish. I don't care. This is the zone that I'm looking at. This is the 47K zone I'm looking at, and I want to play on this leg. And from this leg, if I buy around this particular area, and basically, you know, guys, I don't trade what I hold, right? So you do know this. So I'm planning to open a trade, right? And if I do, then I want to do a nice little legendary trade all the way up to there, climb it, make some money, happy days, right? So this is why I'm going to be making a lot more BTC than buying. So I'm not interested in buying here and then going down there. It's not interested. I'm going to lose money. I want to keep my capital. If I keep my capital, then I can open a trade here and play with the market while the market's going up. Because remember what I said, if the market comes down here, it could go down even further. And if I don't have any cash to buy all of the dips, I could get wiped out, right? Because I'm not shorting it. But on the upside, if I do a nice little long and I can see the momentum coming in, I can see the market coming in, I can see the volume changing from the direction it is, right? Honestly, that thing is just annoying. Sorry. Yeah, that noise, sorry about that, guys. That noise is just so annoying. So if I see the honestly, I'm going to break that thing. If I see this, the market going up, right, and everything, then, and all of this confirming, saying, okay, I'm going up, you're going up, volume's coming in, that's what I'm going to see around this 47K. That's where I want to be opening my trade. That's what I'm going to be doing a nice little high leverage. And I'm going to do it BTC to BTC. So every BTC, every percentage I make, I'm getting more BTC. So it's not worth me buying here. It's worth me playing the market, moving it up. Here, I'm not doing it because still in the risk zone. You see what I mean, right? So this is what you've got to understand. So I'm not going to make this any longer. Thank you very much, guys. If you haven't shared, liked, subscribed, whatever, do it now. I'll see you on another video. Adios, amigos.